guys down for a tour.
Good morning people, it's Monday and it's new camera day, and I'm just doing a little bit of work to make these grills fit perfectly. This is what I'm on with. I'm just filing these slots out here just to lengthen them that way a bit so that they fit, so that the grill fits perfectly around there. But these new grills are exactly the right shape, and they just drop in beautiful. I think this one's okay actually. I might want just a little bit, just to move it so that it sits down that flat bit rather than fretting on the side of the paint there. So there you go. The workshop is looking very tidy and very clear, and it's a breath of fresh air to work in here now. So what are we on with this week? Well, first of all, Keith's just rung me up and we're going to do a pool run. We have to finish the repair on the on the ROPS. I've had it actually, it's a ROPS. It's a rollover protection system. So we have to finish the repair on the ROPS. We have to have a painting session and get all these bits in the right blue. I'm probably going to take all this paint off here and go back to bare metal and do it all red lead. I'm going to take those bolts out as well because there's quite a lot of rust in there, and I want to just check it all out, make sure it's solid. But first of all, Keith's rung me up and I'm going to do a pool run with him. He's recovering from COVID, so there we go. Right, I even cleared all that junk off there, look. We have a clear workshop. See you all later. And there we are folks. Monday 4 o'clock, I'm back from the pool run and I've fitted the front grills, which has not been an inconsequential job because they're not, when they arrive they're absolutely flat, but in actual fact the front at the lower part of the front cowl is curved, so you have to put curve in them. And you have to curve them so that you get a decent fit down either side, right? But they do fit well, and they look beautiful. So now, and of course I've been around and wax oiled all the hidden bits and the bolts and put Loctite on, put the opposite on. I've put copper slip on the screws that hold it in, so that it's going to be easy to take off should we ever need to. Right. I am now going to do an hour on this baby and see if we can get some sorting out done on this. And in fact, I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'll spend an hour getting those bolts out the top and getting that to the position that that's in, and then we'll see if it needs any more welding. I doubt it, but you never know. There is some corrosion up there, so I'll get those bolts off and then we'll have a crack at it. Alright, catch you later. And that's it folks, it's just going up to 5 o'clock and we've got it to pieces. The metal's alright, the brackets are alright, but the bolts are shot. I'm not putting those bolts back on, I'll get 8 new bolts for it. And I can clean that up tomorrow now. So we can clean it all up, no welding to do on here. Weld those bits up that are perforated on there. I've checked over the other box section too, and there's no perforation anywhere else. In fact, it's not even thinned out anywhere else. I know what's caused it. It's I think these have originally been blocked off there, and they've rusted through, and water's got in there and got down the bottom and rusted the bottoms out. Well, I'm going to reinforce this one in that position anyway, and then I'm going to fill those with wax oil so it won't happen again, but I don't think that'll aid the deal. Right, okay, that's it for Monday folks, so I'll see you all tomorrow for Tuesday's fun and games. Bye now. Afternoon people, 12:59, almost 1 o'clock, and we've got the first two repairs welded up. That's a piece of 3/8 strip that I've put in there. Now my phone's ringing, but I've done the other one as well. Okay, bye now. And that's the other one in the rough before it's been ground up. As you can see, that's a hefty piece of plate I've welded in there, and it's welded to the gussets and it's to the base and everything, so that should be strong enough. Right, that's the first bits of welding done. Now I have to just neaten these tops up now, and then it's clean the other bits off and get the red lead out. So that's what I'm going to do, probably for the rest of today. Never mind. Bye now. And there we are, people. Nearly 4 o'clock. New top put on that one. 2 new bottoms put on. And a bit of pad welding just to fill some pits up where there was some nasty pits in it. But they're finished. They're finished. So I think next job, I'll take the paint off this. And then I'm beginning to go ahead with this job because it's, as you can probably tell, pretty disgusting. But I brought it back from the brink, I think. Brought it back from the brink. There you go. I'll tell you what, it's certainly bloody strong now. Right, okay, onward. See you in a minute. Right folks, 5 o'clock. So those are done. Those two are to do. Those two are ground off, just need a bit more work, and I'm just working on this to get the paint off. Which is not easy because there's something underneath that blue paint that is like some sort of resin bonded coat. It could be an early what do they call it? That paint that you spray on and then put through an oven. But whatever. I just want it smooth. I'm not particularly bothered about it being perfect because it's steel. I put the new top piece, to matching top piece on there to match the other one, and it's beginning to come together, but good grief, how much time do you spend grinding rust off stuff and cleaning the paint down to get it flat. I'm really glad this is the last job where I'll have to do that. Looking at these, probably I'll have to do it on that box. That box has actually got the belt inside it, believe it or not, but everything else is cast iron and has no rust on it to speak of. It's just tin. I hate tin. Right folks, that's Tuesday done. I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday's fun and games. Bye now. Alright now people, it's 1 o'clock and I've just got back from loading the van at Mother's to take some more stuff up to her new house, and I'm going to crack on now with this painting. So I'm going to just knock a bit more paint off those and get them a bit smoother, and then I think we'll clap some red lead on and be done. So I'll bring you back when I've done it. Bye now. And there we go folks, just gone 4 o'clock and we've got the first coat of red lead on all the bits of the ROPS, apart from the two top U-shaped brackets, because the two top U-shaped brackets have gone in for an overnight rust soak in the jollop, in the apple cider vinegar, and you can see by those little white, can you see those? Yeah, you see the little white fuzzy bits around the corners that begin to form? That's the stuff eating the rust off. In fact, even though you can see the outline of those brackets under there, they're actually 2 or 3 inches below the liquid. That is the bubbles rising in the shape of the brackets. So there you go. Right, I am now going to have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to tidy up all the mess I've made and have a sweep up, because that's the last bits of rusty crap that I have to repair. Thank the Lord for that. Okay, catch you later. Bye now. Well, it doesn't show. There you go. Looking at the camera and looking at the LCD screen on the camera, that looks like, let me just change the light, that looks like it's virtually the same colour, right? And it's absolutely nothing like. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I just chucked it on to just see if I could live with it, but I can't. I can't, so I'm just gonna have to give it another coat just to get it toned down a bit. This is very, very striking blue. But on the LCD screen it looks almost identical. Maybe it won't when you see the video. Who knows? Right, folks, it's 5:15. I've had enough. I'm going home. I was just having a cup of tea, so I'm going to finish that, then I'm going home. Alright, so I'll see you all tomorrow for Thursday. There it is. A one-eyed Fordson Major. Bye now. People, I'm gasping a bit because I've been cutting grass, and cutting grass over molehills is not easy. So that's done, and this is done. It's a bit rough because it should have been done 3 or 4 weeks ago, but the birds are having fun on it. So I'm going to have a cup of tea now, and then I'm going to get back on the tractor. I'm just going to clean out down that gutter there, and that's it, job done for now. So the spot will look a bit more respectable. Right, see you in a bit. Bye now. Right, folks, 2:30. We've got another coat on those. That's be all they're getting. Another coat on those. And I've got all the I've degreased the toolbox, and I've got all the electrical stuff degreased and ready for spraying. But I have to go back early today, so I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to do it all at once tomorrow. I've checked I've got enough paint, and I have, so there you go. I'm still stymied about this toolbox. It's got loads of holes in the back. None of them line up with anything. Right, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. Now if there was 4 big ones, you'd have thought it would have gone onto those. But it doesn't line up with them at all. It's miles out, right? Or maybe onto those, and onto those 2 empty ones like that. Well, it can't go there at this side because it'll foul the steering, right? So it could go there at this side, I suppose, and I think that's probably where I'll end up. Mounting it like that, but according to the pictures it's supposed to sit on top of there. But if you put it at this side on top of there like that, it fouls the fuel pump, and if you put it at this side it fouls the oil line. And anyway, these holes don't line up with those holes, so there you go. If anybody out there in Fordson Major Funland has any advice, give us a shout in the comments. Right, I shall start to pack up. I think I've about had enough, so I'll start to pack up and then I'll go. So I'll see you all tomorrow for a painting session. We're going to get all those in blue and get all these pieces in blue, these bits of lights, and then I can put all the lights on. Why are the lights? I've got the wiring for the lights there, I've got wiring for the side lights and tail lights here, and all in all I think it's looking good. The strange thing is these lights, they have a twin filament bulb in, which means they've got a stop and a tail, and I suppose that if I got a motorcycle type switch, which I think I've got one or two of actually, I could rig it somewhere under there and put brake lights on it. We shall see. We shall see. Right folks, catch you later. Bye now. Good morning people, it's Friday, it's 12 o'clock just gone, and we have a rig. Bit of Bowden cable, which I happen to have kicking around, 2 pillars and a bit of tensioner, and it all hangs up. So I think we're about ready to paint. So what I'm going to do is have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to stand back and let it have it. We've got a bit of imbalance there, haven't we? Got a bit of imbalance there. Can we just... not too much. Yes, that's better. Right, there we are. We can spin that round. I've put these bolts up in here so I can pick these up and turn them round if I need to, because what's that on there? Muck. Because this side is in shadow, but I think I'll be able to see enough to paint it. It is actually quite awkward because it's so bright out there, but I don't want the doors closed. I'm going to have to put a sheet over that just to stop the dust settling on it. But I think we're ready to go. Painting small components like this is always awkward. What I do is put a glove on, pick them up like that, spray them and then lower them back down again. The inside obviously doesn't matter. And the same with things like this. You have to spray it and then put it back down again. So you put a glove on and you move them about as you're painting. But I think that'll suffice. I think that'll suffice. I think that'll put everything into the same colour. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea and crack on with it. Bye now. There we go folks. First coat on. And all looking good. I remembered at the last minute I had to spray the primary air cleaner as well, so I've done that. Now you can see bits of white on the insides. I'm not bothered about that. It's the outside that's the main problem. These will stay here over the weekend. They'll get another coat in about 10 or 15 minutes and they'll stay here over the weekend hardening. And then I'll be able to start the final build on Monday, get some wiring done, get me ROPS on. I shall need some bolts for the ROPS, but I may have a few, I may not, who knows. I might have to pop to Scrutons and get some. Now you're not going to see much colour there because you're against the external light, but basically they're covered. And as I said, I'm only bothered about the outsides. I'm not bothered about the insides because they'll get wax oil. Right then, I'm going to finish my tea. Bye now. And here we are folks, second coat's on, job's finished. All nice and shiny. And I believe it's already tacked off. It's a lovely warm day today and it's already tacked off, so that's it. Job's a good one. I was just about to start filming, I got a phone call. Now you see, I could have faked this. I could have told you that the first coat was also the second coat, but I didn't. Because I care, I've come and filmed it again. I just wanted to show you this as well. Right, can you see all that crap on there? That's why you never put paint in your gun without filtering it. Because that's what we've got out of it. And any one of those tiny little pieces, if it's soft and jellified, it'll go through the filter, it'll go through the nozzle, then it'll land on the paintwork and make a right mess. So whenever you put paint in your gun, always filter it. Even if it's only through a piece of sort of musliny cloth like this, always filter it. Because Otherwise it's just a mess, and your gun gets blocked up as well. Alright folks, see you later. Bye now. I've been doing some gardening, some more gardening. I've just trimmed all the crap off and left the, I think that's called an Indian currant, but I'm not sure. I've just left it by itself. And I've trimmed that lot off as well, so that I can get underneath it and not get torn to shreds with bloody brambles when I'm cutting the grass. Right, onward. More jobs to do, more phone calls to make. Bye now. And there we are folks, loads of lovely blue parts to rebuild next week. I've got to go off and do some phone calling. I might get back. If I get back, if I can just put the light on here. I've got those two brackets that have been soaking in the cider vinegar to get the rust off. Got most of the rust off. Done a good job. It's not as strong as my last lot though, because I made it differently. With the first lot I made, I liquidised the apples and more or less juiced them, and then made it with the juice. With this I made it with the whole apples, just banged them in, and it's not worked as well. It's not as strong. But there you go. So I've got those two. I want to get those in red lead, and then I can get them in. If I get them in red lead this today, I can paint them on Monday and leave them to stand while I'm rebuilding the rest, which means I can put the legs on. I can put the legs on, those legs, get those legs on, and then I can get all this electrical stuff rebuilt, put back together, put on the tractor, and then wire it all up. So I've got plenty to do while that paint is drying, if I spray them blue on Monday. Right, so what I'll do now is I'll give you a thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. 2-3 new subscribers this week. Welcome aboard chaps. Thanks for the likes, thanks for all the comments, keep them coming. And if I don't see you again, hello, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.